know. I changed my outfit. I was supposed to be wearing something else, and I was like, no, more comfortable. Welcome back to the show.
I'm so happy to be here. Last time
you were with Oliver.
I was here with Oliver,
Yeah.
which was so fun.
Yeah.
I love being with my brother.
I know, it's always interesting interviewing, like, and you rarely get to do that, but a sibling kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So that's really fun, too.
But now we get girl time.
Yes, I like that. I like that. How are your kiddos?
So good.
Youngest is 6, oldest is
21.
Legal. Wow, that's
so
crazy.
Nuts.
Wow.
Oh, look at it.
how
He's already
cute
tatted
you
up and
are.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one tattoo on Ryder that I was like, that's coming off.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
It looks like a scribble.
Yeah.
I mean, it must be very Gen Z, but I'm just like, no, dude, it's just bad. It's just a bad tattoo. And it's where I draw the line as a mother.
You're an honest mom. Are you? I feel like I'm an honest mom too. Do you feel like you're similar to your mom?
No.
Okay, because I feel like I'm different from my mom, but I do see things when I go,
yeah.
Oh, there she is.
I mean,
there she is.
It's our foundation.
Yeah.
And my mom's actually way kind of.
Can we talk about, first of all, you just said hard no. Without thought, no.
It was just,
No.
Yeah, it was a big no.
Is she, wait, how are y'all different?
My mom was much more laid back. Like she, you know.
Okay.
I think I'm a more structured mom than my mother was. Yeah.
I am your mom,
way more
you are
fun.
my nanny. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
She's more structured, and I'm like, she's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like I didn't have that much structure. Like education, no structure. Like my parents were like, yeah, well, hopefully you do good on that test. I'm like, okay.
Oh.
For them, it was like there were other things that they focused on, manners, you know, and they really left us to our own devices.
Okay. But look how great you are.
Yeah.
They did well.
Well,
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you're great. Yeah. So they didn't too much, you know?
That's right. I'm like, maybe I need
You're
to
like,
let
I've done
go.
a little
Maybe
of
I
that
need to
work.
let
I've done a
go.
little of the work. No, you're great though.
But I longed for structure.
Yeah, no,
you
kids
know?
do. Yeah.
So it's like I just am a little more structured than them. But I'm also like an 80s. You know when you see those Instagrams like growing up in the 80s?
Whoa, like be home before the sun goes down. I'm on my bike all day.
That was my life. We grew up on a ranch, and it was like I can't believe.
I didn't know y'all grew up on a ranch. I didn't.
In Colorado. So we moved to Colorado.
Beautiful.
And like growing up on a ranch, where we were on like dirt bikes doing things that it would never happen with no helmets. Like it was.
I did that when
nuts.
I was young. Yeah.
It was honestly, I think about that all the time because I'm not actually giving my kids that experience, and it is something that I wish.
It's a little bit wild.
It's so good for you to grow up in nature, and like I long for it now all the time.
Yeah.
It tests every part of you as a person.
To find out who you are.
You really do because and they're all so different. Like Ryder's teenage years are so different than Bing's teenage years, my middle, who's in them right now. But leaving whatever they're going through, it's how it triggers you as a mother. And we were just talking about this backstage. Like, I think it's so important as a parent to admit when you handled something poorly.
Oh, I always do.
Like, to come back to it with your kids is like the best modeling you could do.
Because then they learn how to do that. Yeah.
Because we're not going to get it right. Like, I had a thing with him the other day. I did not get it right as a parent. And like, to go back and say, we need to talk about this because I could have done better is like the best thing you could do with your kids. And
because we're human. I had a human moment. And I always remind her, I'm like, I've never done this before. You're my first. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And also, they tell you things in those moments when you're arguing and you kind of have to put your foot down.
Yeah.
But they tell you things that you need to come back to and go, you know, I heard you say that, and if you're not getting that from me, we got to talk. I want you to feel that from me. You know,
so there's like a similar conversation with mine.
Yeah, they just, you know, I don't know. I find that teenage year is so hard, but it actually can be, if done right, like the most important time to really like get that tight connection with your kids. Because if you can do that part right, it feels like the rest of it is kind of easier. It gets easier.
Yeah. All right, well, we need to do some commercials, and we have Aaron in the audience to help us out.
Hi, Kelly and Kate. I'm Erin, founder of Globally Known, and I'm a super fan of you both. Strong women who've inspired a generation not only to dream, but to be unapologetically you. As a woman breaking into the male-dominated sports industry, helping athletes achieve success, I can't wait to see you running point. It proves us ladies not only we can have a seat at the table, but we can serve at the head.
All right.
Don't go away. We'll learn all about the new series after this.
On Netflix. So you play a woman who takes over a pro basketball team. It's a family thing.
Yes.
So,
Brenda Song, who you just
hilarious.
Saw there. So funny.
Yeah. Her character's funny.
Terrible mouth on the show.
Love.
Which is the best.
Love.
Yeah. So it's like a family dynamic comedy, 30-minute comedy. Jeannie Buss, the president of the Lakers, came to Mindy Kaling, who's our creator and writer on the show, and was just like, this would make a really funny kind of, front office comedy with the sibling dynamic. And so here we are. And it was so much fun and wild and with the best cast. And I felt very, very lucky to go to work doing
wild.
that.
All the siblings, and only girl. Right?
Only girl, which is basically my life.
I was going to say, and you're the middle child as well.
I'm middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm middle and the only girl.
You had to go real method for this.
Super method.
Yeah.
I really did actually have like the dynamic isn't dissimilar from our family dynamic. I mean, it is, but you do have to sort of yell to be heard, like those moments when the doors are closing on your face and you're like, hey guys, no, I'm out. I'm not in this. I'm not in this room. I'm not in the locker room.
Yeah.
You know, and so there is a little bit of like feeling you don't belong.
That's hard.
Very lonely.
I've never thought about that. Like, I grew up kind of more of an only child because I didn't grow up with my siblings, but yeah, being the only girl, that's hard.
It is lonely, you know.
Because they have their thing and you're just, what up?
Yeah. And then the people are like, oh, sisters are great. You know, to have a sister is the greatest thing. And I'm like,
sounds nice.
Yeah, that's so great. I just had a bunch of boys that, kind of forced me to have to be loud and aggressive.
I have no reason to be loud and aggressive. I just was alone, I guess. I don't know. But
it's like, and so in this, that was so easy to relate to, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so you and your brother, I want to talk about this. I think we touched on it with Oliver last time, but y'all did road trips with your mom? Was that, I don't know.
Oh, we did a road trip.
Oh, okay.
Which turned into never road tripping again.
Oh my God,
how
I remembered this was so different. How I remembered this in my brain movie was y'all went on road trips. There was one road trip.
Oh, there was one road trip.
It was that epic that it was never done again.
It was so epic.
Did you get left or?
I don't remember that part, but it's possible.
Oh my God.
No, it was, my mom made this decision to just take the three of us at the time, because Wyatt wasn't born, me, Boston, and Oliver, on a road trip to Colorado. We were living in Colorado at the time.
Yeah.
My mom had this like VW bus we still have and is like awesome. This was like no seatbelt era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a little wild.
I would be up in the dash in the back. Yeah, like that little part in the,
Yeah, it was a very romantic idea for my mom at first, but like 3 kids, like for days. And she was just like, by the end of it, it was like, I'm out. At one point, we had bought all of these. My mom was like, okay, we're gonna go to this truck stop store and you guys can all buy one thing. And so my brothers got like this packet of like a cap gun, like a little gun and handcuffs. Anyway, here we are in the back of this car with just like handcuffs on each other, going crazy. My mom's like, stop, everybody stop.
Doing this.
And it put everything away. So it got quiet for a second. And then it went back, and my mom was just losing her mind. And then all of a sudden she was like, stop it. And then Boston, we lost the key.
This is a great movie.
Boston had the handcuffs on. And he's like, Mommy! And my mom just goes, and she grabbed it and she like
with mommy muscles.
Just tore it off of his wrists. And she grabbed it all and she just threw everything out in the desert.
Wow.
And like all of our stuff, like our one toy. It didn't last long. It was like 30 minutes maybe of having this toy. And it was gone. And then we were just like in the back, like on the little, bench. Just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
I have done something very similar with my kids. And I was like, watch this. Bop. Don't usually litter. I'm above littering. I think it's a horrible thing.
Sometimes you have to.
But I had to prove a point, and there was no trash can, and Spider-Man went for
and
a
I'm sure
route
someone
that
else
he wasn't expecting.
is enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps the lizard. Yeah. So I want to talk about this because I've been listening to your album. I said that when you came out, and I was saying Not Easy to Know is like one of my favorites that I listen to.
To hear you say that means
It's so, your voice, it's just this Broken Angel vibes. I was telling you, it's just so, so good. And hi. And I want to talk about it. So it's your first album to release.
Yeah.
So how are you, like, as a writer? You're in there, right? Like, I'm over 20 years, and it's still, I don't do the thing where I, like, walk in a room and go, let's write a song. Because I can't do that.
Really?
Like, that's a whole separate level of vulnerability that I may never achieve as a human.
Really?
Yeah, because I try and just comes out. It's just not the best of me, Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, I have to have like something happen with me and start it at least, and then start to work with people. But you walk in, Linda Perry's one of the writers, like Linda, a couple of them.
On this one, Linda and Perry and my partner Danny Fujikawa, and we I had never done it to make an album because for me, similarly, it was always like something was happening, and I'd sit and I'd write a song. Yeah. Oh, and I'd take my time with it. I overthink everything.
Yeah, it's worse.
So it would take me much longer to write music. It does alone. But Linda was like, we have a mission, and so we're gonna sit down, we're gonna sit in a circle, and we're just gonna write. If I would have put something like this out in my 20s, I think if I had rejection, which you do, there's always somebody criticizing you and your art and everything. It's much easier to hide behind a character. It's a lot harder to put your words out there and your music and to be criticized. And I think it would have killed me inside,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been ready for that young. But to do it now with all of the experience I have in media and understanding that the machine works without you and all that stuff was like so liberating for me as an artist, and being like, I just have to put it out because I love it.
That's the best
I love
reason.
writing so much.
Yeah.